So I'm starting Facebook. All right, guys, on Facebook, we're going for a test drive. You missed everything we did in the shop, so. All right, guys. Interior-wise, you'll see behind me. Let me make sure Facebook guys can see it too. Roll bar that's built into the truck. So we have the internal roll bar, and then we have the external roll cage system. The interior in here, this is a coffee headliner. And then, so coffee, it's an Alcantara suede. So when you run your fingers across it, you can see that it makes the different patterns. And this is a 300 TDI D130 Enzo in willow green. So. And I cannot drive this thing 10 feet without throwing mud up the side. Let's go this way. We'll go out to the road here shortly. I'm gonna need a different gear. How about I roll the camera around? You don't want to look at me, do you? There, let me adjust. So for those of you guys on Facebook, I'm also broadcasting on Instagram, but we're going for a drive. Probably can't tell the incline, but this is a significant, or decline, I should say, decline. It's a significant decline. So I'm taking you through my backyard right now. I know that sounds funny if you live in the city, but yeah, it's my backyard. It's icy. Ooh, there's a deer. This is really a steep decline. Some holes there. Now we're climbing a hill, and it's icy. You probably can't see that, but it's going sideways. So this is a minimum maintenance road. I probably need to turn around. They don't service it, so the snow is somewhat deep, but it's a sheet of ice. The reason I should turn around, though, is the cell connection back here is pretty much non-existent. I don't know, we'll try to go a little farther and see if we drop the connection. If I do, just hang with me. It'll come back probably. Brent, I have to agree with you on that. Oh, I forgot about this. So they plow the road coming the other direction to this point, and you can't really tell the size of the ditch, but the ditch is significant. And I just don't want to scratch the paint. What the hell? Let's see if we can do it. Ooh-wee. So we have, you know where I was telling you guys how deep the ditch is? Let me kind of show you, because I don't know if you believe me. So let me pull the phone out, and then I'll pull you guys from Facebook too. So here's the ditch of what I mean, of how deep it is. Just in case you thought I was teasing you. So that's the ditch. I left my back door open. So you don't see the other guys doing it. No, these are 35s. You don't see the other guys doing Defenders, taking their Defender out like this. They cruise them up and down the road a little bit. You know, what the heck? All right. All right, let me load you back in the holder. What do you guys think? Can we get out of this? All right, hold on. Load this one in, and this one. All right, guys, hold on. I don't know why I'm telling you hold on, but anyway. There you go. So tell me, were you thinking, oh crap? So this is a dirt road, gravel dirt road. It's all chewed up. So that's why you're bouncing so much. So I have to tell you, I want you to mark your calendar though, really. I'd love for you guys to come hang out at the farm with me. So we have our event June 18th through the 20th. And I mean, it'll be everything. It'll be Land Cruisers, Range Rovers, Land Rovers, everything. Some people just fly in, so they don't have a vehicle, and then they ride with, you know, they ride with me or Brian or whoever. There's a great group of people. So mark your calendar, book your hotel now, because I'll tell you the hotel's filled up last time. quickly. So you can book I'm in Sharon Springs, New York, to remind you, which is about an hour and 20 minutes from Albany. And American Hotel, or there's some hotels in Cooperstown, New York. But it's beautiful here. It's cold, but it's beautiful. So you guys like that, going through the ditch, flipping up. It's a weird feeling inside, but you get used to it after a while. So these trucks are made to do stuff like this. I mean, it was built as a farmer's truck. It was built to use on the farm. And that's what I do. I mean, I have a horse farm, and I use them. I mean, I take good care of them. I take, I'll flip you guys. I didn't mean to hit that button. So I take good care of my trucks. I don't beat them. I don't abuse them. I don't go out and say, oh, let me get stuck. But I use them. And being that I live in the country, I'm on minimum maintenance roads. We get a tremendous amount of snow here, a lot of ice. It's cold. And that's probably, we won't start getting spring. We'll get the last snow in May. Generally, May is the last time we get snow, but June is when things start to come alive, like the trees and the flowers. I have some snow in my wheels. I can feel the hop a little bit, so it's out of balance. But anyway, so point is, my trucks are not like anybody else's, any of the other builders out there. Because I built it for me, and I wanted a good, something durable, dependable, and the parts that I use, I don't use original Land Rover parts like the other builders do. I use modern parts, things that we fabricated that allows me to do what I want to do. Look at that view. Let me just stop and let you guys look at the view for a minute. I hope it shows up as well as what I can see. But you can see the water running. It's on both sides of the road. It's just beautiful. So the undercarriage, what we do is we do frame off restoration, and then we do a steam clean to the frame. We do an etch primer, and then we do an epoxy coat. So it's a paint. We don't cover it with Waxall, which is a wax and an oil. It just like, that stuff is gooey and melts and oozes and all that stuff. So that's how we get rid of the corrosion on the frame. And the bodies, we just, again, a primer and epoxy and paint. Let me make sure that camera's clean for you guys. Can you guys share this video too? Because I'd like some people to see in the ditch like that. So if you're just joining the video now, you want to watch before, because we went through the ditch and brought this thing up brought the wheels off the ground. So the bad thing about this, where I am, is the roads. So you need a truck with a nice suspension to handle these roads. Hello, Toronto. So to kind of give you an idea, I did not shift into 4 load to get through that ditch. That was just my all-time, my normal 4-wheel high. So we didn't even shift down for the serious work stuff. We're doing about 50 right now. And we're getting ready to hit gravel. It's not really, that's not a blacktop we're on. It's a, it's like a, what do you call it? I can't think of what it is. It's a chip seal. So they just kind of make these roads. You guys didn't see that. So I'm in the D130 right now, Enzo. I know you're just looking out and seeing the inside, but I mean the outside. So there, I flipped it so you can see it if you're joining. So again, this is Enzo. You see the seats. So that's what we're rolling around in today. Flip you back so you can see the scenery. Climbing up, it's a pretty steep hill. If you were walking this hill, you'd be huffing and puffing. If you're riding the bike, you'd probably be pushing it. Unless you're, you know, one of those CrossFit guys or gals. A lot of Amish families here. This is David, he's an Amish dude. You can see his buggy out. I'll take you up the hill and we'll stop. And so I'm on 35-inch. Well, I'll tell you in a minute. I'm going to stop right up here. You see how I drive it and how it goes. It's a full-time four-wheel drive. You can see what I mean. I cannot drive 10 feet in this thing unless it's swirling everything everywhere. I'm turning around real quick so I can kind of get out of the way just a little bit. All right, let's walk around it real quick so you guys can see what it is if you're just joining the I started to say the call. I guess it's kind of like a call. I mean, this is the way we communicate now, isn't it? Look at the view. I started to walk over there, but the snow's kind of deep. All right, hold on. Let me set this real quick. All right. So, there we are. That's what we're rolling in. All right, you guys gonna give me some love here? You know, I'm probably gonna get in trouble with Christy because I'm not hanging out with her. I'm out riding around, talking to you guys. And Christy's, I thought we were gonna go do something today. I thought we were gonna go for a drive. Because it's not like we can go to any restaurants. Gotta shut that door. All right, there we go. Come on, guys, give me some love. Hit some like motion there. So I've had a number of you say, hey, can I visit the farm? Yeah, you can visit the farm. Come visit me. I'm not too far from Albany. Albany's the closest airport. I tell you that because when I go around, you see the Montana plate. You're like, oh, are you in Montana? No, I'm in New York. So make sure I don't get run over by the car here. So there we go. The people are friendly here. You pull over on the side of the road and they stop and they're like, hey, do you need help? It's like, no, I'm good. Thank you, though. So there it is. That's what we... And if you are just joining the video, go back and watch it where I took it through the ditch. It was fun. We need to do more of that. And that's what we'll do June 18th through the 20th. We got a lot of trails, a lot of off-roading, all different levels, so you don't have to get extreme at all. You can keep your truck safe. But basically follow me because I'm not going to do anything to hurt one of my trucks. Anything you want to see on this before we hop back in and head back to the house and then call it a day? Don't forget, tomorrow night, Sunday night, 6:15 Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to talk about the best model year Defender. I love this color. But anyway, tomorrow night, 6:15, we'll talk about what year Defender or Defenders is the best to have. So, all right. Let me load you back in the holder. See what I mean? I cannot keep this thing clean. Wears me out. So the rear, the bed, oh, sorry, didn't mean to yell in your ear, but the rear bed, had to climb out of the snowbank, is called Raptor. So it's, we know it in the States as like Line X, but in England, it's Raptor. So that's what's in there. So, yes, it's a spray out though. All right. It looks great dirty. No, David, it doesn't. I like it clean. The paint is so pretty. All right, let's roll. You know what's interesting too is the miles per gallon I get on this thing. It is really good on fuel. I'm getting, even with these big tires, I'm getting in the low 20s. And then, sorry for you Facebook guys, this is a new phone holder and it's just not as stable as the one on Instagram that I'm using. It just, I've got it extended too far is the problem. Let me see if I raise it up. All right, sorry Instagram guys and gals. I gotta fix it for the Facebook guys and gals. I think that's gonna make it worse actually. But we'll see. All right, heading back. Here we go. So Enzo, I've only had Enzo really in the snow. I just don't want to take Enzo in the mud because the cleanup process is, oh, I don't know what I'm complaining about. They put sand on the roads here, not salt, and the sand gets in everything. And it's not as bad as mud though. Try to get it out. know, these tires for 35-inch, these are straight out mud tires. These are not, I mean, that's what they are. They're a bias ply Maxxis. And if you don't understand bias ply, they're not radials. They're called BIAS ply. You should read about it. But again, it's not a radial, it's a bias ply. They're sticky. And I read some stuff that said don't use them in the snow, and I don't know why. But they're surprisingly, they're not bad to drive on. But they're called Maxxis Trepadors. And then I have 10-inch wheels, so it's a wider wheel, which does make it have that overhang past. And I have wide fender flares on here. They're not stock like what you see on Elizabeth or anything like that. They're much wider. Shift down on accident. I wasn't thinking. How many of you guys just get in the car and just go drive? No destination, but you just get in the car and say, I'm just gonna go drive. I think that there's a lot of people, a lot of younger people that just don't do that anymore. I just remember I could not wait to get my driver's license. Well, in fact, I made a set of keys to my mom's car, got her keys, rode my bike to the key place, had some keys made, and when my mom and dad wasn't around, I would take the car for a spin. I think I was about 12. Seriously, 12 or 13. And I would just go drive. And she had a 1974, it was an old car at the time, even then, but it was a 1974 Gran Torino with a 351 Cleveland motor. And I got out and was trying to show out and drove it over the side of an embankment. Luckily, all it did is somehow the starter fell off of it, so I was able to get the starter put back on and drive it home. And Mom and Dad, I was praying, saying, oh my God, let me get it home and nobody know, and I'll never do this again. Well, yeah, 3 days later I was doing it again. So anyway. There's the Range Rover. Let me clean that a little bit for you. Two-door Range Rover, and then there's the Arconic Defender, built by Arconic, with a V8 gasoline motor in it. And somebody needs to buy that one. Just take that one off my hands. Make me an offer. Just don't make me a stupid offer. And it could be yours. It just needs to go. I don't have enough room to keep it. I do put it in the arena behind me, but I don't keep it in the garage all the time. So anyway, it's a nice truck. And then there we go. My double cab in Elizabeth. All right, guys. I am going to go spend time with Christy now. But, hello. But tomorrow night, 6:15. Let's hang out, 6:15 Eastern time. You might want to go to Facebook. So, like I said, you might want to go to Facebook. It will be a better video quality versus Instagram, and audio is going to be better too. But we're going to talk about the best model year Defender to buy. I'll just be streaming on Instagram and Facebook, in adding YouTube very soon. But my YouTube channel's up, by the way, so it's just hard to find right now. Thank you. But thank you guys, and I'm sure we'll hang out again tomorrow morning. But other than that, I'm going to sign out on that note. Thank you.